Oh man, good people, what's going on? Happy Sunday morning, man. Look, I wasn't even gonna record today, but apparently one of my tweets has gone viral. I had a conversation with one of my homies a few weeks ago about Common and Jadakiss, and and so I decided to put a tweet out based on what I said to him. I said, man, you know, I love Common and Jadakiss, but I cannot put Jadakiss higher on an all-time MC ranking list, you know what I'm saying, over Common because of the discography is just so one-sided. You know what I'm saying? And for me, if anyone's followed me on any platform, especially X, I've always talked about the importance of a person's albums. You know what I'm saying? Their discography, all of their work. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're forced to do a lot of work by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, a solo artist having 10, 15 albums over decades is very hard, very impressive. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jadakiss is also the solo MC and MC within the Locks, right? But when I said that, somehow, and look, I tweet the same way I've always tweeted. So it's not for shock value. It's not for some kind of argument. I'm just tweeting my thoughts. That's it. There is no motivation behind it. I don't get paid on X to tweet. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't have no blue check. I don't get no reimbursement for my music thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a regular tweet. You know what I'm saying? But then I started getting inboxes, like I always do, from just people who rock with me, who follow me, and they say, "Man, you all over Facebook, man, on all these different hip hop platforms on Facebook. You all over these hip hop platforms on IG," which that happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know that, I get that, I understand. Certain people gonna take my stuff and use it for content. You know what I'm saying? Some are gonna do YouTube videos on it, stuff like that's fine, man. It's all just good hip hop conversation. I get attacked for my thoughts. It doesn't bother me, man. I'm a grown man, y'all. I'm just talking about music. None of it bothers me. But back to the subject. A lot of people was hitting me. And so I looked around and said, none of these people, and some of these people know how to get in contact with me. They never contact me for a conversation to defend anything I say, which that's fine too. You don't have to, because some of them don't want me defending because they don't even want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go one-on-one in some hip-hop debates like that about some kind of take. They don't want to do that. That's too hard to do. It's easier just to screenshot my stuff and then say what they want to say, attack me and do all that. Cool, man. It comes with the territory when a few people know who you are. Being very few, but you know what I mean. Nevertheless, if we're gonna be honest, people saying, "Well, you can't compare Jadakiss and Common. They're both MCs." I hate when people start this whole. Somebody today said, "Nah, you should be comparing Common to Most Def and Talib Kweli." Why? What are you talking about? We're talking about two dope lyricists right here, and I'm comparing their careers, and I'm saying I can't rank Jadakiss on an all-time list over Common. So then some people say, well, Common ain't my cup of tea. I like Jadakiss' rhyme style, or he's more skilled lyrically. What do you mean more skilled lyrically? They both are supreme lyricists. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jadakiss got the hard bars. I know that some people gravitate to. That's cool. I love Kiss. You know, so I talk about Kiss all the time. Common has bars. Don't get it twisted. But Common has song structure and storytelling, all that stuff in his arsenal. So we talking about arsenals real quick. I ain't even gonna talk about the discography yet. We talking about arsenal. You kind of know what you get with Jadakiss. He gonna spit some hard rhymes. He one of the best spitters ever. And I think that's the thing people are using as a comparison, because some people love the way they love Jadakiss' voice. They love the way he rhymed. They love the way he sounds, because he never sounds bad on the track. You know, even if I don't love a beat by Jadakiss, he always sounds good. If I don't love a song that Jadakiss on, he always sounds good. He's an amazing MC when it comes to just rhyming. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But Common is an amazing MC when it comes to just rhyming. Common wordplay is sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get twisted like some of his little singles and stuff like Go and Come Close with Mary J. Blige and stuff like that. No. Love My Life with Erykah Badu. No. Go put in One Day It All Makes Sense. Go put in Like Water for Chocolate, The Sixth Sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, Common a spitter. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get this twisted. And Common got that battle energy also. You've heard him with battle type tracks throughout his career. Of course, he did the Bitchin' You when he beat Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Common can go aggressive if he want to go aggressive. You know what I'm saying? That ain't hard to find those in some of his catalog. I think some people think Common is this poetic, you know what I'm saying, at the poetry lounge, you know what I'm saying, with a John Lennon t-shirt on, spitting some poetry. No. Common is a Chicago dude, can get busy. You know what I'm saying? So let's not get that twisted. You know, so they both are supreme MCs, right? On stage, Jadakiss is good on stage, but you know, everybody think that, you know, the Locks destroyed Dipset. Dipset unorganized. Them cats, they don't even like each other. They was terrible on stage. So it's easy for Kiss and them to look that good, and Kiss and them know the words to their own songs. So I mean, when you look back at it now, it's just one group knew the words of their songs and knew how to perform, and the other ones didn't. I've seen Jadakiss on stage. He's good on stage. Have you seen Common on stage? Common's great on stage. Common also will break dance and everything during the show. More energy on stage than Jadakiss. No disrespect to Jadakiss, but Common is better on stage than Jadakiss. Have you seen both of these guys in concert? You know what I'm saying? And then Jadakiss, when he freestyle, he spit his writtens. Common is like KRS-One. When they in a small venue or big venue, they'll do a freestyle. They are freestyling on the top of the dome, people. And I know people always have these debates about what's a true freestyle. I know Big Daddy Kane, everyone has their own takes on that, and I ain't debating none of those guys on that. But what I'm talking about personally is when you come off the dome, it's more impressive than your pre-writtens. Jadakiss freestyles are pre-written. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way he freestyle. Comment on stage, live performance, does a live freestyle about people in the crowd, the time, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Same thing what KRS-One does. So freestyling, comment. On stage, performance, overall energy and stuff, comment. Okay, that's live. Bars, you want to get at Jadakiss, that's fine. Songwriting, it's common. That shouldn't even be a debate. So that's what we're saying about some of the all-time placement. Common songs, It's Your World. The way that's written. The second verse to It's Your World, to me, is one of the greatest verses in hip-hop history. Okay? We're talking about songs. The song for Asada. I Used to Love Her. Resurrection remix, Lost Professor. Now I can start listening to all the people. I can start listening to the way Common writes songs. Common is a better songwriter to me, even though Jadakiss sounds great because he can say anything and sound great, but his bars are tight. Street bars, yeah. Common to me is a better songwriter. So is anybody going to take this clip and say it's a bad take? I know in my heart that Common writes better songs. He put together better albums. He has more concepts in his songs. He has more depth in his songs to me overall. Okay? Now, let's get to the reason why I did the tweet. The catalog. Okay? Let's talk. All right, first, guest features. Jadakiss has more guest features probably because he does that. He's on a lot of different people's songs. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but that ain't what this debate is about. Now, Common, that respiration verse can rival any Jadakiss verse. Right? Go back and listen to Respiration with Black Star and listen to Common's verse. Common has a lot of verses like that. Common has so many amazing verses, same way Jadakiss has amazing verses. But now, I did skip. So look, excuse me. The albums. Jadakiss has 5 solo albums. Common has 15 solo albums. You know how hard it is to have 10 more solo albums? So now, Jadakiss, debut album, Kiss the Game Goodbye. Good album, man. Has some dope songs on there. I think a lot of people look back and say they thought his solo debut would be a little more dynamic, but it wasn't. But it's a good album. Kiss of Death. His best album to me, because it has the commercial hits, the street hits, and all that stuff like that. I think Kiss of Death is a good album. I give 4 mics. I give Kiss the Game Goodbye 3.5 mics. I give Kiss of Death 4 mics. You know what I'm saying? The Last Kiss, very good album. I still think Kiss of Death might be the best one as far as like balance, but I give Kiss of Death 4 mics. Very good album. Top 5 Dead Alive, 3.5 mics to me, probably. You know what I'm saying? It's a shorter album. Don't really love it. I think it's okay. Good marketing, you know what I'm saying? But the actual album is pretty good. Okay. Ignatius, good album. So, okay, 5 albums. No hip-hop classics. 5 albums. Now, 4 Locks albums. None of the Locks albums are hip-hop classics. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are good. I like Money, Power, and Respect the best, though. I know that's the one people say, oh, they don't like it. The Puff Influence, the Bad Boy, the If You Think I'm Jiggy. Man, them solo songs they have on Money, Power, and Respect, and even the group songs, that album is dope to me. You know what I'm saying? I get that album 4 mics easy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 4.2 if there was such a thing. We Are the Streets is the one people love. Too much Swiss Beats to me, and I like Swiss Beats, but Too Much Swiss, I thought it was a good album though. They were spitting on that. Though. They were spitting hard on that joint. The other Locks albums pretty good. You know, Live Off Experience stuff. Pretty good, pretty good albums, but none of them are hip hop classics. Okay, so Jadakiss, 5 solo albums, 4 Locks albums, and then the collab with Fab was a good album, not a classic. So Jadakiss doesn't have a classic album, and he has 5 albums that's solo. Common has 15 albums, people. There's levels to this, is what I'm saying. We're talking about all-time list, not your all-time favorite list. Some of y'all like Jadakiss better than you like Common. You like Jadakiss style better. You like him better. That's fine. You can even think of a better MC, whatever. But don't do that whole MC versus artist thing, because I saw that already too. Nah, man, you know, Jadakiss is a better rapper, but Common is a better artist. No, Common is MC. Okay? They both are artists because everybody's an artist. So I don't want to hear that crap. You know what I'm saying? Common, 15 albums, like I said. He started off with Can I Borrow a Dollar, his first album. Decent album, 3 mics, probably 3.5 mics, maybe. Resurrection, that people love, came out in the middle of the 90s. You know what I'm saying? 4 mic album. Some people call it a classic, but I think 4 mics, maybe 4.5 for Resurrection. Resurrection, crazy. One Day It All Makes Sense. Fantastic album. 4.5 mics, easy. Like Water for Chocolate. 5 mics. Classic. B. 5 mics. Classic. B is on the list of the greatest albums. It's like a Chicago Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? Finding Forever. Dope album. Very dope. The Dream of the Believer. Black America Again. The Auditorium Volume 1, Pete Rock. What are we talking about here? What are we really talking about? Jadakiss doesn't have a Like Water for Chocolate. Jadakiss doesn't have a B. Jadakiss doesn't have a One Day It All Makes Sense. Jadakiss doesn't have an Auditorium. Common's catalog is better as far as albums. Okay, you can even add you want to add the 4 Locks albums and the Fab album. That's 10 projects. Common still has 5 more to go. So 5 solo albums versus 15 solo albums, and one of the MCs doesn't have a classic album, and the other one got like 2 classic albums minimal. Some might say 3. That's what this was about, people. So all these people taking my tweet, of course, screenshotting it. It's all over all these places in Facebook and you know, Twitter and IG and all that stuff. That's perfectly fine. You're spinning the narrative and you're spinning the conversation. My tweet was very clear. It's still on my page. Well, it's on everywhere now. And look, again, it doesn't bother me because quite a few of my tweets make its rounds. Quite a few of my texts make its rounds. You know what I'm saying? I always try to do it in a respectful way. I didn't diss. I also posted this morning my flowers post. People that follow me know I've been giving flowers for about 7 years to a lot of different MCs and singers and people in other genres of music. People know ToneTheDome.com. It used to be IntoTheDome.com. I've done so many articles on these people as well. But I reposted a Common Flowers post and a Jadakiss Flowers post because I'm a huge fan of both. You know what I'm saying? And I posted those because sometimes people don't want to screenshot those. So screenshot those and add that to your platforms as well. Or talk about them on your YouTube videos as well. Because there's not no hate. I don't hate on no MC. Never. You won't find any tweets from me saying somebody is whack, man. Don't listen to their music, man. They put out BS. I might say it's not for me. But that's not my thing. There's enough platforms or enough people talking down on MCs. I just like to have hip-hop conversation. This is just another conversation I had. But I felt intrigued by the responses, so I can go ahead and do this video now because you need to hear my voice, not just the tweets. So if anybody who opposing or talking whatever they're talking, take some clips from this, you know what I'm saying? Or post this also, because this is my rebuttal to all of that nonsense, because I can't tweet on all these different platforms defending some case. Well, not even defending because ain't nothing to defend. I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Common ranks higher on the all-time list than Jadakiss because the discography, which is important, the most important thing probably to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to hold you all day about this. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who your favorites are. You know what I'm saying? I also said that Common also has a consideration for top 10 all time. If you're looking at him starting out with Can I Borrow a Dollar in like 1992 and having an album like the Auditorium with Pete Rock less than 2 years ago, and the rumor is they're working on Auditorium Part 2. Common has been around 35, over 30 years, way over 30 years, like 33, 34 years or something like that. And he's still making an album like that. And even with the Auditorium, that last track, Now and Then, the stuff he's spitting on that song, and the fact that he's decades into his career, his longevity is unbelievable. His stage performance still unbelievable. His actual freestyle on the top of the dome still unbelievable. His songwriting skills is still there. He proved that just on his last project. Okay? Kiss, amazing MC. No knock on him. The tweet was about catalog. That's what it's about. If you want to do the catalog in terms of albums, there's no way you can rank. If you're using my criteria, you can't rank Jadakiss over Common. You know what I'm saying? If you say who you like the best, who you think is the better rapping, that's all going to be subjective. You know what I'm saying? What ain't subjective is their discography of albums. That ain't subjective. Because everything in music ain't subjective. Common's solo album discography is better than Jadakiss. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. There are some facts in music. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, man, football day, you guys have fun out there, man. Martin Luther King holiday, you know what I'm saying? Be safe out there, man. It is what it is, man. Peace. Thanks for supporting Tony the Dome.